Shirtara says Cindy should be suing her sister.
This is case number 412 in the calendar in the matter of Evans versus Zachary. Vice has been sworn in. You may be seated.
Miss Evans, sometime last year, according to your complaint, you were in an automobile accident and your car was totaled.
Yes, ma'am.
And it is your claim that the accident was the fault of the other driver and that the defendant, Miss Zachary, is that other driver.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Zachary says she doesn't know you, she's never seen you before, and if your car was in an accident, it wasn't her fault, she had nothing to do with it. That's your defense, is that right? Is that right?
Yes.
When was the accident?
On May the 14th of 2003.
Where?
Lakeview Terrace. Lakeview Terrace.
Which is in what?
California. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Anyway, I was going one way and somebody in a Ford Bronco came out of a driveway in front of me. Wasn't even watching where she was going, and I had nowhere to go. I wound up plowing into her car. And it wound up totaling the front end of my car.
So the car, the Ford Bronco, was coming out of a driveway.
Yes, ma'am.
Was that car damaged?
A little bit. It had a little bit of paint on it, but it was a big SUV.
What kind of car were you driving?
1988 Toyota Corolla SR5, two-door sport coupe.
Small car.
Yes, ma'am.
Is this the first time you've seen the defendant since the accident?
Yes.
Now, after the cars collided, what did you do? Did you get out of your car?
Slowly, yeah, I did. I got out.
And the driver of the other car?
She got out. Yeah, that's correct.
Do you have a copy of the police report?
I have a copy of a little form that the police gave
I'd like to
us,
see it, please.
plus the information that she wrote down for me.
Is what you're telling me that the defendant wrote out her name and her address?
Yes, ma'am.
So after this happened, tell me your insurance company did what?
Well, first of all, I only have liability on my car, which of course I've learned since then, and now I've got uninsured motorists on my car. But they told me to protect me, that they would try to go after her after my explaining how the whole accident happened, and they deemed that it was not my fault, and they did everything they could to try to go after her and contact her, and they were unsuccessful. So they eventually had to close the case, and I kept trying to contact her based on the numbers that I had on the paper that I gave you, and left messages, that type of thing. Never spoke with her. Then I got a call from somebody, a lady, left a message on my voicemail telling me that she had died. It was about a month and a half later.
And who had died?
The person who claims to be the one who hit my car. First of all, I need to clarify something. It was a different name than what this defendant's going under.
What do you mean it was a different name?
Well, I have found out that it's not the same person, that the name that was given to me is not the same person that's in this room.
Well, what is your first name?
Shirtara.
Shirtara. And here, take a piece of paper, hand the defendant a pencil and a paper for me, would you please? Miss Zachary, I want you to print your sister's name. Print it, quickly. Full name. And I want you to print 12 bill. Now I want you to write it. And her address. No. Could you hand that to me, please? Thank you. Okay, so you tried to contact.
Yes,
you
ma'am.
couldn't. You got a call from some lady that said that the person who you were trying to reach was dead.
Yes, that's correct.
And what brought you to the defendant?
Well, I gave up thinking I had no other place to go, and then about 3 months ago, I got an actual call from Starwishy Eddington. She had got notification from the California DMV about the accident.
She had gotten what?
Notification that her license was going to be suspended because I had reported the accident to the state like I was supposed to. And she eventually got my information to contact me And she told me that, it was not her, that she even had a letter from her sister saying that the vehicle was hers, that she was not involved in.
Aaron is countersuing